trip, this current go around in Costa Rica, it got me thinking, like, there is a major difference between a reset and a vacation. I was having a conversation with someone that I met yesterday, just kind of walking around Fortuna, and the conversation was in broken English and in broken Spanish, which was great. And we spoke for maybe like an hour. His name is Andy, and he is a street artist, and he made this for me, really cool keychain. And then I ended up buying 2 pieces from him just because I really like these, and he was great. But during that conversation, something came up that I remember that I was thinking about during this trip, and it was the difference between a vacation and a reset. And most people ask you, most people ask you for the most part, like, hey, you're on vacation. And this trip, this current go around in Costa Rica, got me thinking, like, there is a major difference between a reset and a vacation. And so when he was asking me yesterday, like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? And I'm like, actually, no, I haven't done any of those things. And Fortuna is known for being where all the adventurers go. They have all the zip lining, the tubing, the hot spring. There's all these things to do here. And I haven't done anything yet. I'll probably do one activity, which is go to the waterfall and maybe get like a massage or something like that. But I realized, like, because when I travel, I'm not necessarily on a vacation per se. My goal is to reset. And I never really sat and pondered on that until this trip, that what I've been doing is basically taking major resets when I can versus like vacations. I had a friend tell me recently that she went somewhere with a group of friends, and afterwards she still felt tired because they did all the stuff. They went to, got up early and went to this and went to that. So when she got back home, she didn't feel like she actually got the reset or the rest she was hoping for, because what she did was she went on vacation. And I know that means different things to different people, but this trip to Costa Rica is making me really sit and think about the fact that there is a difference between a vacation and a reset. Vacations are things that we use or do when we really want to go out and have a different experience, right? And so a lot of people, for the most part, who work certain types of jobs can only take vacations once or twice a year, whatever it may be. And it may also be the same for a reset, but the intention is very different. My intention with this trip was to come to Costa Rica so I could jump off of ropes into the water and to go zip lining and any of those things. My goal was to have a hard reset, which currently in my life was necessary. I'm not traveling as much as I used to. And so this was very necessary for me to just come and like redo some things and to get out of being overly stimulated all the time. I'm realizing, like, back at home, I live in I live in Pasadena, which is close to Los Angeles, and there's constant overstimulation, and being in it, I don't think we realize how much we're being stimulated on purpose. You walk out your door, the ads, you go pump your gas at the gas station, there's a TV coming on, we're always on our phones, we're always working. When we tell our friends, like, hey, what you been up to, when you haven't spoken to them in a while, like, oh, I've been busy. We're like, yeah, that's amazing that you've been busy. And I'm starting to question that, and I'm starting to get uncomfortable responding like, man, that's amazing, because I know deep down, like, I don't feel that way. For somebody to be like, hey, I'm busy, that's crazy for us to think that that's like an amazing thing because someone's busy, versus someone responding with like, oh, I'm relaxed, I feel good, I'm in peace, there's nothing going on, I'm not trying to be anything, I'm not trying to do anything, I'm chilling. And we complement the busyness because that's our American brain. That's what we are taught to do. It's how we are raised. It's how we're programmed. We're programmed that if we're booked and busy, and that if we're working on something or working for someone or constantly on the go, that somehow we are successful and that we made it. And success to us is not being able to relax or not having someone chase you down for, for deliverables or whatever it may be. We literally think that being busy, being stressed out, always working, always on the go is success. And one of the main reasons that I wanted to come back to Costa Rica is because when I was here in 2023 for a month, I really got to just like revel in nature. And when I do big trips, I go silent on social media, and I don't, really just be on my phone like that for the most part. It's taking me a little bit longer right now. Like, I didn't get off social media until I made my way to Fortuna, which was just maybe 3 days ago. And I'm still like looking at YouTube here and there for stuff because I'm realizing like, oh, my brain gets bored. It needs something to do, but that's because I'm programmed that way. And it's not just me. This is humans in general. Me and Andy sat and spoke about this yesterday, of how, like, he said, you'll be in the jungle, he's walked through the jungle a couple times, and he said you'll be in the jungle and you'll be shocked. You see a little baby with a big phone in the middle of the jungle somewhere. So it is not just an American thing. This is a human worldwide phenomenon where we are just on our phones. We have gotten to the point where our brains need for stimulation has overridden most other aspects of our lives. And so there is a difference between a reset and a vacation. A vacation is, yes, you go, you do all the things, you go on the tours, you do all the stuff, the 10 best things or the 10 best restaurants or the 10 best things you should do in this place. Yes, that's when you're on vacation. But a reset is the opposite. A reset is you go to be quiet. You go to reconnect with yourself, with your mind, with your spirit, and you tone down all the noise. It's taken me a couple days to really tone down the noise. I still have some time to go for that. And actually, my time here in Fortuna is up on the 29th. And then I go to San Jose. So I'm trying to decide now if I want to go to San Jose for my last 4 days in Costa Rica, or if I may want to stay here. I haven't decided yet, but my goal has been I want to at least spend a day in Cartago, which is where I was when I was here in 2023. So the whole point of this video is to encourage you to think about going on resets versus vacations. Yeah. And I know sometimes it feels like, well, I don't know if I'll ever get back to that place again, so I want to do all the things, which is fine. But if you know yourself and you know your capabilities, you'll be back to a specific place, Like, I knew I was going to come back to Costa Rica, and there's so many things that I haven't done and I won't do because it's just not enough time. If I lived here, then yeah, that's different. But I met a girl who lived in Playa Chiquita near my friend Eric, and she raised both her children here, which was amazing. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to Fortuna. Have you been? And she's like, no, I've been here 15 years or 11 years or 15, can't remember. And she's never been to Fortuna. And so yeah, what I'm saying is, if we're alive, still alive, we have the ability to do things however which way we do them, whether it's because you can only take a vacation a year, fine. If it's because you're an entrepreneur and you don't have a fixed schedule and you can go whenever you want, that's cool too. Start thinking about, or I encourage you to start thinking about ways to choose resets versus vacations and really being intentional with those. And I'll give this one last example. My intention with this trip is to reset. I'm not looking to go on all the adventures and do all the things. That's not my goal. My goal is to reset my mind, reset my spirit, reconnect with nature, and to make sure that when I go back home, that my mind is quieter, calmer, in a state where it can retain the information it's supposed to and block the information that it's not. And so that is my little spiel on the difference between a vacation and a reset.